thought it'd be pretty cool to kind of give you guys a little insight on how I track things. I've always wanted to be incredibly transparent with y'all on how the workouts are written and what I'm doing in the background, kind of the thought process. It's only fair to you guys. Like, I've started Core 4, for the training purpose only, to be as efficient as possible, to give you guys the best product as possible, and make sure we're doing things that work, which is all I care about from a training standpoint. Obviously, a business is a little bit different and separate, but this is kind of how I stay on top of things. I wrote workouts for Orange Theory, for anybody that knew that I worked there for a while. Learned a lot, to say the least. I just, point is, I wanted it to be different, and I had to find ways to make this work and make sure that we're achieving what we want to in terms of execution. So I think a little bit of insight here will go a long way. Now, this isn't the only tracker I have. This is just simply an exercise tracker. I use like playtest trackers for kind of just making up new ideas on the fly. And then if we come on 5:30 in the morning, I track them in there as well. We have baseline trackers and a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But simply put, I've heard and still hear frequently, I feel like we just did this exercise yesterday, or we haven't done this exercise in 3 months. And, it's funny because I don't really ever argue back to that. But to be clear, like, I'm well aware. Like, like we got it all right here. I track every single day, every single exercise with importance, with the little asterisks there, which I'll go over in a second, as possible. And I haven't broken down into body part, all the way down to miscellaneous and cardios, monthly emphasis and cycles, dates running for all of them. And what you guys are seeing here is all of like the primary stuff. So the things that you tend to focus on, kind of like if there were 4 layers to working out, the primary lifts are number 1. Supplementary lifts are number 2. And then you've got, other supplementary lifts that kind of like third layer down. I think that they're not as important, meaning they don't work as well. They don't fit in as well. Their flow is kind of choppy. Maybe the technique is so heavy it doesn't work well in group fitness, but those are still in here as well. And then you kind of got like that 4th layer of exercises that are just, I don't want to say filler exercises, but you never would, a good trainer, in my opinion, would never focus a workout around those types of exercises. And I would say even layer 3 exercises, really the workout shouldn't be focused around those exercises. So lots of layer 3 exercises in here. The 4s you will not see, and there's a lot of them, obviously. I try to stay away from them. I'm a big proponent of doing what works, right? Like, why would we steer away from something that's been proven to work scientifically and personally for decades, right? So we really hammer, of course, primary stuff. And you guys can see right here, just on this chest tab, like it says chest press. Like you'll notice like chest press, incline press, decline press, the 3 big lifts we do easily the most frequent. And again, these trackers, you might think this isn't a lot of dates. Every like 10-ish or so, I'll delete and just restart over, delete and restart over. So this has been going on for a very long time. But again, you'll notice anything I flip over to something, like we go to like back day, like pull-ups, right? It's always going to be the highest. The primary movements are going to be highest. Front squats, deadlifts, easily got the most dates, because those are the things that work the best, are the most efficient, should be priority number 1. And I need to make sure that we're doing these things as consistently as possible. And again, this allows me to see kind of the gaps between things. How am I being biased towards one thing over another thing? Are there things in here that really we have not done in a really long time that I think should be a priority? And as we work our way through this, again, you guys will see, and you'll notice it every time, like seated press, obviously the most. Arm day is going to be the same stuff. Tricep extensions, chin-ups, etc. Miscellaneous, you'll see that as well. Belly burpees are in there, obviously a ton. The rope roping, I'm hoping nobody's seen the jump rope. I know a lot of people complain we don't jump rope enough. It's hard to fit it in, and it doesn't fit in a lot of stuff. So before anybody yells at me for that one. But again, you got like the cardio stuff, guys, the VO2 max stuff, a lot of little stuff, the core EMOMs, the interval days, the 2-minute EMOMs that I really want to get back to that I said we do about twice a month. These last couple monthly emphasis didn't really fit in. And then again, it just goes through and goes through. So just a little bit of insight on how I track stuff. And I want you guys to know that, again, when it feels like I haven't done something, the chances are, if you ask me, I could tell you, but maybe you just missed the day that it could have came on. But really just to assure you that it's completely tracked. We always know what's going on, and I take this incredibly serious in terms of giving you guys the best product that I think is going to give you the best results possible, and that, hopefully this doesn't give you guys too much ammo to come back at me and start tracking yourselves. I feel like somebody's going to do it for sure, but something like the jump roping, I hear that all the time. But I'm working on it, and I'm constantly trying to find ways to make it better and better for you guys. I keep finding ways. I'm going to keep looking for more ways, and I just hope that you guys, trust the process, and obviously trust Core 4 and trust my ability to make you better physically, and as I always say, hopefully mentally as well.